Del presidente Mujica sobre las acciones de Israel en Gaza. Estamos con la embajadora Nina Ben-Ami para que nos cuente un poco sobre la situación. Nina, hello. El gobierno de Uruguay, incluido el presidente José Mujica, ha hecho polémicas declaraciones contra los ataques de Israel en Gaza. ¿Cuál es su opinión al respecto?
Thank you for inviting me. We were deeply disturbed and frankly appalled by the statements of the president. Genocide is very fraught language, especially for the Jewish people and the people of Israel. What Israel is doing now is trying to defend our civilians and try to cause as least possible damage to the Palestinian civilians. It's the opposite of genocide. Anyone who's doing it is Hamas. They're trying to kill as many people as possible in Israel.
¿Y qué responde a aquellos que acusan a Israel de atacar a civiles como la ofensiva ocurrida en la escuela la semana pasada?
I say that Israel has had 13,000 rockets sent at our population centers, at our men, women, and children for the past, since 2005, for the past 13 years. Every day. Today, there was supposed to be a ceasefire, and we had 70 rockets that were sent at Israel. We have no choice. No government can allow its population, its people, to be rocketed day in, day out for so many years. So this was a war that we did not want, but we had to do to defend ourselves.
Mujica habló de genocidio y Almagro de asesinatos. ¿Qué se puede esperar de la actual relación entre Uruguay e Israel después de estas declaraciones polémicas?
Uruguay is traditionally a friend of Israel, and that is why we were so disappointed and now, as I said, deeply disturbed by these statements. I met with the foreign minister on Friday when I arrived, and we had a dialogue, and I hope that through the dialogue we will be able to fix things, because this type of language is really problematic for us. The Israeli people want to live in peace. We left Gaza in 2005 to try and give the Palestinians a chance to also live in peace. And instead they've been creating tunnels to try and capture our people and sending rockets to try and murder our civilians. We have no choice but to defend ourselves. What would Uruguay do? If you're sitting in a cafe here in your beautiful city of Montevideo, and day in, day out you have rockets on your head, on your women and children, you have to run to a shelter and you have 15 seconds to arrive at a shelter. You have to do something to stop it.
El canciller Almagro habló de llamar a consulta al embajador uruguayo en Israel. ¿Usted cree que están en peligro las relaciones diplomáticas entre ambos países?
I hope not. I really hope not, because I think Uruguay and Israel are friendly countries. Uruguay is one of the first countries that Israel had diplomatic relations with. The fourth ambassador that Israel had in the world was here in Montevideo. And there are many Uruguayans living in Israel. I know Ambassador Graver very well. I think he's doing an important job for Uruguay, and I hope that you'll keep that line of communication open.
¿Cómo define usted la relación entre Uruguay e Israel?
We are friendly countries and undergoing a difficult patch right now because of the statements that have been coming out, but I want to be optimistic that we will be able to overcome this and continue our dialogue.
¿Qué piensa que sucederá en Gaza? ¿Un desplazamiento de Hamas por la Autoridad Nacional Palestina o el total control de Israel y la reconstrucción en Gaza?
I don't know. You know, they say that prophecy is for the fools. That's an expression in Hebrew. I don't know what will happen. I do know that the moment Hamas decides to stop firing, the situation will end. The Prime Minister said so today. When we stop having rockets fired at our people, we will stop. And I hope that at the end of the day, we will be able to live in peace with the Palestinian people in Gaza as in the West Bank.